Last month, actually this month, I think, you released the first version of your CDP, your customer data platform, which kind of goes back to that whole piece. A lot of people have a CRM, that has all their, Salesforce only has all their customer data in it, and maybe they have a data warehouse as well, but what they struggle with is kind of activating on that data. How do I kick off a campaign based upon CRM data and my website data and stuff like that, or things like that? By pulling a lot of that data into the DXP as part of the CDP, it makes all that so much easier, because now you have that data in the DXP. I'll go back to banking as an easy example. Someone goes to the home equity line of credit page, you know who they are because they're in the CDP. Now you kick off an email campaign because it's all right there together versus trying to tie all these disparate systems together.
And you know, for us, this was really just the natural next step in our evolution, right? Because it's all about that context and the data, right? And then you can use that in providing really great personalized experience to your clients, right? Because you have the information. You know, all of these agents, they can really use that context, like, you know, to automate, you know, to create like new content, to run new campaigns, and so on, right? Like, so I mean, you know, we have, as part of the Content Hub, since the very beginning, we have also our own like digital asset management, you know, so you can get rid of another tool from your, you know, digital platform, right? Like, so this was just a natural next step for us. And also what I personally believe in, and, you know, like especially in Europe where I come from, there is really like stronger and stronger debate on who really owns the data, right? And this whole argument about third-party, you know, platforms really like owning your data. Well, actually, if you have, you know, your CDP, your analytics inside of your DXP, which, you know, in our case, you can even like deploy to your own data center if you want to, then you have like really 100% control of your data, and those data are actually truly yours, you know? You are not giving that to, you know, Google or anybody like that.
It helps too if you want to leverage your data in like a private model as well. If you're scared of using ChatGPT or Claude, if you own the data, you can feed it into a private model in AWS or Azure or anything else and not have to worry about that stuff.
And I think that this is, you know, one of the things where this market is going. So instead of, you know, these large language models, you know, we will end up using something what is called small language model. And these models will be really used for the particular use cases. For example, if you are, you know, financial institution, you know, and you care about like certain elements of your experience for your user audience, that's very different than if you are manufacturing organization, right? Like, so, and one model can't really like, you know, distinguish between the two, right? But if you have two separate models really trained on this particular data set for financial institutions, you can really end up with much better results at the end of the day.